Hello and welcome. This is Sahara playing Pillars of Eternity, the White March. We're in Elm Shore, and we're getting ready to go into this cave. Elm Shore Cave, what appropriate name for it. Also, I remembered that we do have a quest for that. It is, he is a shaman ogre that's been terrorizing the countryside, so maybe he's in this cave because we haven't seen him yet. We've been all over on this little area, so hopefully he's in here. Another dark, creepy cave with an elder bear. Couple elder bears. I was trying to get the dog, but not the dog, the Wookiee. They're all going up. Okay, that's fine. And there's ogres, so I bet this is where they're at. We probably should have done a little bit at a time. You need to get back here. Who are you? That's you. Okay, what do you have? You have... Let's do this. You attack that. Attack that. Me. I'm back here, I'm sure. Well, is this me? Well, that's her. That's him. Where am I at? That's Durance. That's me. Okay. Already attacking. Why are you going up back here?
My mind feels strong.
Okay. Your mind feels strong, okay? You have Torrent of Flame. Well, that comes up around him. Okay. Blast of Frost. You have to be within range of him. That is Wondrous Torment. Drains the target's resolve. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our little scarab. Why don't you do your little... Did you do yours? There you go. It's back here. Okay. Oops, I'm almost dead.
Sharpest.
Come on, girl. All right. And then you can do... Your Bouncing Betty. You also have that under here. Injured. Barely injured. Injured. Okay. Where am I at? That's the bug. That's the wolf. Let me over here. That's another beetle. There I am, up there. Okay. think you better give me another dose. Oh, they gave us bugs. I hate it when they give the bugs. Okay. You better put up this. Okay, that'll work. What do you have still? You can do more fire.
Can't get it. Got it.
Come on, you should be dead. You're dead. Come on, you do it.
Got him. You.
That's it.
Oh, and you knocked him over. All right, you. You've used a lot of your stuff up, haven't you? Do you have anything in your? Yeah, you do. You have. Minor endurance.
My mind feels.
There. Okay, that'll work.
Purpose.
Get your second wind. You get your second wind. And see, you can use yours. Oh, come on. Use this one. Built-in touch. Come on, guys. How come you're not moving? So. Come on, it might be helpful if you guys, you know, kind of. Yeah.
That thing isn't doing the job.
Alright, do this. Oh, that's that. Oh, no, that won't work, but you can do this. Oh, this is the, near death. Knock me over. There we go, we got the ogre. Make the ground shake. Cool. I'm gonna say, are we not done? We are, okay. Alright. Ogre blood, lots of ogre blood. What is this? Oh, it's a diamond. Oh, in the head. Yep, now we can take that back for our rewards.
Sure.
Okay, let's see here. We got the bones have been snapped and crushed by massive teeth. Well, yeah, that would be happening, wouldn't it?
This won't stop me for long. There, done.
And what do we got here? We got another bell, girdle of Constitution and Fin Walkers. Oh, okay. Get these. What's this? Oh, that's just fine leather. Okay, so we got a belt. 3 Constitution. I think that's better. I have move speed. Yeah, let's give this to me. Save this for somebody else. What about the boots? 20 plus defense against stuck, paralyzed, hobbled. So it's worth less. Give it to someone who doesn't have any boots. Doesn't have any boots. No, you have them. You have boots. You don't have boots. Just give them to you. And there was something other here. Coral and coral. All right, cool. You know, he use that during combat. Okay. I thought so. I'm glad I didn't go in there before. Alright, so now we need to go back down here. I think we can go out over here. This is the closest place to go. And we are going to the next place on the map, which is Hearth. Oh, what did I do with that? Which is Hearthstone. That's a nice name for a town or a little area. 12 hours. Kind of odd looking place. Okay. Oh, so it is a town. Okay. Cool. Passage of the Six. Hearthsong Market. Builded Hearth. Home. Alright, we got a lot of area to go through. So let's start to the top. We'll go up around this way. Looks like that's a good way to do it. Oh, here we are. What are we doing?
Tread carefully, Estramore.
The warrior saunters over, a sneer of suspicion visible beneath streaks of paint. He glances at your gear before favoring you with a long look. Another fugitive from the burning city? Do we look like it? The 6 tribes of Earl Glapin welcome you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Hearthstone district. You are free to explore, but do not let your feet stray into the other districts. Those are forbidden to Estramorn. They must consider us that. Anyway, so what can you tell me about the Twin Elms? The city is sacred to all Glephinians, as it is the place where our ancestors first encountered the builders. That fated meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home among the builders' relics. When the builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us the unique privilege to live among their structures here. It is the only place in Errol Glapin where this is permitted. The second city is divided into 4 districts: Hearthsong, the Commons District; Old Song, the site of our temples; Elm's Reach, home of Denemagan and Druids; and the Burial Isle, which is the most secret place in the city. So what about Hearthsong? This is Hearthsong. It's a place where Glenfadians and Esterums may gather together. It is also the site of the Passage of the Six, where our tribal leaders, the Amathana, meet. Whatever. He points to a large rounded building at the other end of the district. That way is the market. Guard your purse there. No one bargains like a Glenfithian. And if you need a place to stay, follow the fence to the east. There you will find the way to the Celestial Spring. To the east, which temples lie in Old Song? There is Noonfrost, which is dedicated to Reimgard. A group of pale elves from the frozen Southlands arrived not long ago to oversee it. There is also the Nest, a temple of Hela and Galowin's Maya, a den of beasts dedicated to the hunter gold. The route to the Burial Isle also lies that way. Tell me about Elm's Reach. There lies Terra Eron, one of the only towers of the builders still in perfect condition. 2 great elm towers twine around it. 2 great elm trees twine around it. Even the mightiest works of the gods protect the works of the builders. 2 Delamagan sisters dwell there now. The Hall of Warriors stands at the other end of the district. Rumor has it that Anam Baha Shimbok of three-tusk Steligar is there now. Steligar is there now. Well, that's who we need to speak to, I bet. Or our druid. Oh, he needs to be with us, doesn't he? Elms Reach is also where their druids keep their halls. There are the Oberies, really, of the Golden Grove, and the Earthink Knoll of Blood Sands. Many shudder at the brutal sacrifices of the Ethik, whatever, Knoll, but High Obate. I mean, it looks like ovaries, but it's not because it's a T. Obates. But High Obati, Eora, is just as powerful in her own way. These names. I'm sorry, guys, I'm butchering these names like crazy. Do you know anything about the Burial Isle? It is a place where our Amapapa Paha are laid to rest among stones placed by the builders. They say the souls of some of the Amahapa linger there still. The way lies through Old Song. It is the holiest place in all the Twin Elms, and I can't read. Okay. Why is it forbidden to enter the remaining districts of Twin Elms? Twin Elms is a sacred city built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists alongside the works of the builders and is the only place in all of Glapen where it is permitted to set foot among these secret places. The Estramorn, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. That's true, they don't. His words trigger something in your memory. You see an image of a perfect cube of Adra. Just as quickly, the image fades. A leader of one of the tribes could give you the permission. A leader of one of the tribes could give you the permission of the. Oh, okay, I did read it right the first time. That just seemed wrong in there. Give you the permission of the city. Only Amapapa, whatever, is present in the passage of the Six today, and she has her own troubles. He jerks his head at a long hut in the middle of the district. You have other questions about Twin Elms? I haven't heard of the Keepers of the Stone. The oldest of the 6 tribes, he points the tip of his sword at a long hut behind him. Up the stairs into the passage of the 6. That is where our Anamaha gather. Beryl, whatever, the Amahapa of the Gilded Compass, can tell you more. And who are the builders? You know them as the Endwethians. To us, they are the builders. Well, that's so much easier to say. Creators of the sacred places that we guard to this day. All right. Best that you keep your visit brief, for it has reached our ears that the riots have ended and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once more. Oh, have they? The assassins at large. Search for signs of Dales. Okay. So I can go back to Defiance Bay now. So I think... Yep, okay.
My eyes are peeled.
All right. Can I talk to you? Can we talk to you? Oh, because it's a Stegler, that's why. Do you have other questions? Nope. Alright. Nope, I don't. I'm just... I was wondering why I couldn't talk to him. Truly, the heart burns brighter than any hearth. Okay.
My eyes are peeled.
Can we go anywhere over here? I don't think so. Nope, pretty much done.
The Glumfathens. Such beautiful cities they have woven with nature.
Who are you? May starlight guide you, foreigner. Okay. We have a hunter, a stag companion, a hunter, wolf companion. Beware of your candor among the merchants. Your goodness would carry you welcome at any hearth. A companion, a hunter. Careful thought solves much indeed. Oh, we've got a child up here. Oh, you took off. No one saw me. Hi, kid. I've never met whatever before. Okay. Yeah, it's another child, a bear companion, a hunter, a wolf companion. What does this say? Hearthstone Market. What does it say for text? Chilly the heart burns brighter than any hearth. Okay. That's just stealing. I don't think I need that, do I? That's just mead. Go on in here. Into the market we go. See what they have. We have a cat. Meow. A couple cats. What? Hi. Cora, whatever. That's what I figured. You see an Orland man crouching over a half-drawn map, intently shading line by careful line. The notes he works from smell as still, of salt and sea, water-smudged scribbles, bracing a mess of illustrations and measurements. He finishes each stroke with precision before moving to the next, slow, deliberate, nothing out of place. A bell tolls lightly in the distance, and he pauses, replacing the quill with a dagger. He slides into his belt. Opening the door to his shop, he assumes a smile and engages his customer, an older dwarf with a gray-stained beard. The dwarf inquires about a few items, trying on a few pieces of armor, a pair of bracers, but nothing seems to gather his interest. With a harump, the dwarf leaves, a little too hurried, a little too nervous. The shopkeeper grunts, taking a crossbow down from the wall and locking the door behind him. Beneath the tolling bell, the impact of the crossbow bolt barely makes a sound as it stops the thief in his tracks. The shopkeep strolls over to the wailing man, unconcerned as he rifles through his pockets. A potion there, a pouch of silver coins, silver scrolls. He has done well, just not well enough. He had done well, just not well enough. Okay, so we caught somebody stealing from him. The child, why do you wear such fancy clothes? That's the child.
Estremore?
So this is Tamra. This tall woman is clad in furred hides. She settles a sharp, dark-eyed gaze on you. I hold here the best hides in Eroglappen. Hides so thick the stegler cannot claw through. Boots so supple they will smother the sound of your steps. What's your trade? I bear it on my skin. I sew hides from every one of Galawin's beasts. East Estremore come from every village to see them, and I know us for great hunters, Every hide bears the tale of a great hunt, and our traders bear them in turn to each corner of our lands. May I see your wares? Then here, look upon the bounty our hunters have provided us. Fine leather, nothing spectacular. No, That's all you have. That's fine. Okay, let's see here. It says a heavy, oily scent emanates from the hides. That's a trader. Many goods to bring back to Defiance Bay, more than I thought.
Builder's wisdom to you.
This is Derwin. This thick-framed woman smiles broadly as you approach. Ah, I see that you heard it. A good blade has a voice, and it sings to its welder. What weapon called you forward? I like my weapon silent, actually. Perhaps a bow then. You can fill a boar from 100 paces with one of these. Maybe you prefer something small. I hold here many fine daggers. I know there is something here to your liking. Let me see your wares. Look all you wish, my weapons are the pride. Yep, they all say that. Oh, they got some exceptional ones. But they're very expensive. I can make my own exceptional by enchanting them. Torch. Helmet of Draxi. Lost metal. Unique. I just don't want to go through all those. Okay. The fine-grained wood of the shields has been polished to a smooth, even finish. There's a tribesman here. Careful thoughts solve much. Okay. Ripe and juicy, the fruits give slightly under your thumb. I don't need that.
Hail, Estermore.
Some food for your travels. I hold here many delicious cheeses and fresh fruit. Tell me about your trade. Oh, my life is simple and makes a poor tale. I tend the gardens and my herd and my family picks this delicious fruit you see behind me. The gods have been kind. Yeah, so this is if I need something. Oh, you sell camping supplies here. Okay, you're the only one that did. Which makes sense, so it's good to know where I can get it from. I don't want to go all the way back to, Alright, these are potions. The musk of strange roots and herbs pervades these shelves.
Estremor.
An old elven woman, clothed in thick robes, beckons you to approach. Welcome, foreigner, welcome. Her forearms, splotched by green and blue stains, wiggle out of her hanging sleeves like caterpillars out of ripe fruits. Well, that's quite descriptive. I've got what you seek, always. Come see. Between bows and smiles, she points to a little girl beside the herbalist store. We're here to help you, foreigners. Yes, we are. The Fisher Crane tribe serves your people. Unguents, potions, tinctures. She makes a sprawling gesture at a concoction of pots, bottles, and herbs that lies behind her. If you seek it, I have it always. Let's see what you have for sale. Of course. Yeah, Yep, okay. And then we got this over here. And this is somebody else.
What brings you here?
You have the look of a hunter, Estremor. Derwin's weapons may protect a woman who seeks out misfortune, but my supplies will help you to survive out in the wild. May I see your wares? What do you have? Oh, okay. Oil, freezing, traps. Oh, you got camping supplies too. Okay. Nice to know where they're all at. There's the child. Huntress. Oh, another one of these. You see a band of elves tread warily through the undergrowth, hands tight on weapons, eyes locked on the forest floor. They move silently, fluidly, a team practiced in the air of the hunt. A distant thud sends birds panicking into the sky, and the group changes course towards the source of the sound. In the lead, a tightly strung bowman scouts, so alert he trembles. Vaulting over an exposed root, he holds a hand in the air, and the group pauses, taking cover behind time-gnarled trunks. There's a moment of stillness before the forest itself rises up to greet them. The creature is enormous, twice the size of any elf, and its endless seeming arms of vine snap towards its assailants, snatching at ankles, arms, legs. One elf goes down and is thrown into one of the trees with a rending crack. Another slips, jumping to avoid the snake-like vines, and before he can react, a vine is around his waist. The air is blurred with arrows as the lead bowman lets loose, giving his companions time to recover. An unearthly howl sounds as a rapier slices through one of the creature's arms, incapacitating it momentarily. Taking his chance, the bowman switches arrows, lighting the wet shafts with slick blue fire. The monstrous mass of vines screeches as the flames take their toll, lashing out at any and all who come near. Two elves lie unconscious on the ground, another dead, an enormous dent in his skull. The creature falls, finally, but there are no cheers, no celebration. The group is somber as they collect their dead and wounded. Wow. That was quite the hunt. Okay. You are a child. A heavy chain running... Oh, you see a child. A heavy chain running from her waist, from her wrist to the floor, scrubbing at a kitchen tile with deliberate slowness. The stain is dark and heavy, but she scrubs for hours, failing to notice the passage of time, failing to greet the moon as it rises. Her small face is hard and dry as she scrubs. When she is done, the kitchen is raw and fresh and ready for a new day. But she is not done yet. Trembling, she approaches the body in the corner. The whites of her eyes grow ever larger as she reaches into a pocket, grasping for freedom and finding it in the form of a key. She does not notice the blood smeared on her blouse or the stares of the townspeople as she runs towards the shoreline and the docks in the distance. So she killed her slave, or her captor. Good for you, girl. Huh. Okay. So why she spent all that time,
Keeping an eye out.
why she spent all that time scrubbing? Can we go up in here? Maybe we'll see something. Nope, sorry. That's as far as it goes. Okay, alright. Just had to see. Anything up here? Nope, doesn't go any further than that. We got a tribesman, and a child. Stagler. We have a hunter, a protector up there. Okay, what was this place? This was... Oh, I'm in the way. I can't see it. It's a home. Just a home, but maybe we'll have a quest or something. Anybody here? Doesn't look like there's anybody here. Scroll insect swarm. Oh yeah, those things are nasty. Spread across a lumpy pallet of straw, the hide blankets are surprisingly soft. This is a small little place. The dried herbs crunch between your fingers, giving up a sweet floral aroma. So there was nobody here. Alright, and this is the way out? No, this is the way out. Old Song District. Old Song District, okay. What's going on here? The guard places his spear between you and the path that leads beyond the gates. Still, Estmer, the rest of the city is forbidden except by order of one of the Anmafaha. Trespassing in Twin Elms is punishable by death. How do I get permission? He grudgingly points out a long hut in the middle of the district. You can always find one of the Anfahma in the Passage of the Six. Perhaps she will listen if she can tolerate your barbaric language. Really, I wasn't going that way to begin with. Seek audience with the... I was told that foreigners are not allowed beyond... Yeah, and I already knew that. I was coming over here. And this is another home. We'll leave the hut for the in the middle to the for the end. Oh, we got someone here. Seeds and husks have been scattered across the floor. Really?
This won't stop me for long.
Let's go ahead and pick it.
There! Done!
See what you got in there. Not I'm gonna take it. No, I'm gonna take it, but... Okay, so this person has a name. Welcome to my home, Esther Moore. I am Felicia, healer and guide. What brings you here? You have a songbird? I didn't notice. Tell me about yourself. The locals have called me a wise woman, a term of respect. I'm sure it makes me feel my years. I'm sure, but it makes me feel my years. I'm a herbalist and a healer. I spend most of my time caring for the ill, helping with the delivery of children, and making remedies for those in pain. I like your songbird. Does it have a name? Well, he does. She blushes, but I ought not to have left my friend's daughter name... Well, he does, she blushes, but I ought not to have let my friend's daughter name him. The name is long and rather silly. The short version is Beaker. She rolls her eyes and smiles. The next bird I have will be named after an Anapaha. Okay, sure. So that's all there was that. Okay, there's something up here. The edge of the shelf is daubed with bird lime, which probably means bird shit, right? I don't see the bird anywhere. I don't hear her singing either. So is she going to come into play some down the road? Alright, these loading screens just take forever. Okay, so we're down here and then over here. Oh, there is something there to pick up. Okay. Yeah, better put on my... What does this say? Oh, I must have had to look at it from up there. Okay, I don't think it's important. Oops. We're going to get the same. Do not try my patience. You shall not pass without the permission of the... Yeah, we already know. Nice spear. Compensated for something? Oh, that's just a wire. Another Stegler. Then I can take up here. Yep. Okay. Oop, oop, oop. There was something up there. No one sees me, so I think I can take it. Oh no, I didn't know that was going to happen. All right. Autosave. They should have those autosaves every time we go in and out, right? Well, I should have done a quick save.
Sure.
Okay. And now maybe I can see this. Despite its apparently crude construction, the angles of the sod roof are perfectly symmetrical. It hums and vibrates at the activity within.
Sure.
So what's going on within it? Oh, this is probably the long hut, isn't it? I have a feeling that's what it is. Yeah, I know. We're not going that way. We're not going that way. I'm sorry. I just get click happy. I get click happy.
Time to see and not be seen.
So is there somebody here? Oh, I see. There's a Stegler up there. That's what saw me before. Okay. Now I get it. Another one. Yeah, I know. It won't even let me even get close to him. Okay, so this is Celestial Springs is there. Another Stegler. The stones have been worn smooth by centuries of wind and rain. It's locked. Unlocking this will require a key. Okay. Come on, what does it say? The pulleys and struts disappear into the branches of a massive elm more than 100 feet overhead. Oh, really? Got a protector. Okay, we got, you want up? I pull. Oh, that's interesting. Come on, over here. The water is cool and crisp. How would I know? Marley the whatever. I should pace myself. The guards get ornery when patrons get too drunk and lively. She'll pay. That witch, she'll... Fuming with anger and pacing in tiny circles, the Valenian merchant aims his wild rant at you as you approach. You there! Have you come here to trade with the savages? Learn from my example and take your business elsewhere. Spittle accents his every sentence. Liars, cheats, swindlers! That duplication bitch. That duplicitous bitch. Allah, She claimed to be selling Elrich Gloth flower buds, but all I have now is 6 bushels of common house plants. The herbs are useless. He throws a handful of dried plants to the ground, stomping on the brittle stems and leaves, kicking up pungent, savory scents. I'll get my money back from that swindling savage. Well, what did she say when you confronted her? Nothing of substance, he quickly mutters. She defended herself, of course, saying the herbs were legitimate. Why wouldn't she lie? No one will value my word over hers. He spits on the ground. Alpha can lie with impunity when surrounded by her gangs of savage thugs. What is Erla, whatever that name? His rage abates for a moment and his face twists into a nervous smile. It's a plant that grows in the jungles of Earl Glaffal. He clears his throat, lowering his voice. When dried and consumed or brewed into a tea, it's known to enhance one's drive for the better pleasures in life. Oh, okay. So you tested the remedy on yourself? Well, he fidgets in place, his hands smoothing the creases of his tunic. How can I sew a remedy I have not tested? Of course I tried the herb. Imagine what would have happened if I peddled this pill imitation. He clears his throat, his voice grows quiet. The herb did not have its intended effect. The only thing it made hard was not vomiting. Okay. What do you intend to do about this? When I get my hands on, he halts his sentence, his eyes darting about at the nearby Glampinian guards. I'm in the savage home court, so it's my word against hers. Where does that leave me? I'd be a fool to threaten her here on tribal soil. Yeah, you would be. He sighs, pressing on his temples. I cannot sell this worthless herb to recover my coin, and I am powerless to confront her. I don't suppose... He looks at you, sizing you up. If you're willing to mediate, perhaps you could succeed where I failed. I would, of course, pay you handsomely for your troubles. Let me see what you have for sale. He looks away from you, scratching his head and shifting his feet. I am destitute and have but a few meager offerings left to sell. How dreadfully embarrassing. If I can recover my investment from her, I'll have funds to resupply my stores. Until then, you are welcome to take a look at what I still have in stock. Okay. So I ended up at the quest. Hard bargain. She's over at, yeah, okay. I was just over there. Alright. I know this is gonna be stealing. I just want to see what's in there. Okay, nothing. So let's go to the Celestial Springs. There's an ogre. Don't make trouble and I won't have to thump your skull. Simple, right? Yeah. That would hurt, by the way. How come I can't click on it? Oh well. Is that really that important? These are all dear Whittians. Everywhere I look, I see some tribesmen giving me the stink eye. They sure are an unwelcoming bunch. Well, you invaded their areas. You invaded their areas. So we got a silversmith. Okay. You see a woman of fire, twisting and dancing through a horde of skeletal enemies. Arrows stream through the air, but with a twist of her wrist, she sends a sheet of fire careening toward the offending archers, incinerating all in its path. She screams, concentration lost, as a pike pierces her leg and forces her to the ground. As the skeletons advance, she begins to burn brighter, hotter, chanting something between gritted teeth. She must be a chanter then. She flickers out for a moment, the fire contracting, and then waves of white fire explode from her, destroying everything in their path. The only thing left is the sound of her panting and a pained grunt as she twists the pike from her leg and plants it in the ground to support herself as she gets up. She turns to leave, limping slowly towards the door, but something stops her. She ought to be bleeding like crazy. A gruntural, inhuman whisper weaves its way through the air as a final figure rises into the air before her, claiming her. Beckoning. Against her will, she is drawn forward, nose filled with the reek of death and dust. Her face is glazed, unresponsive. She falls at the creature's feet, and something in her comes awake, eyes burning. She stands once more and stretches out a hand, stroking the skeleton's ivory cheek, turning bone to cinder and ash. She stands there long after it is gone, ashes blowing in some spectral breeze. Something had laid claim to her, and this was not the end of it. That was interesting. I want to know more on that one. You see a man, his eyes hidden behind horn-like growths, his face broken in despair. His frenetic pacing distracts another man, who curses and begins his chant again. The body of a woman lies on the table below, all slack, where skin and punctured chest and rounded belly. Life left her body days ago, but the man chants over her husk, spell after oddly rolling spell, until sweat burns through his lashes, onto his chin. Sweat burns through his lashes, onto his chin. Okay, so her belly is distended from decomposing. For a moment, her eggshell eyes open, cold and void. The pacing ceases. Her body falls back to the table with a crack, unmoving, and the broken man weeps tears of black from his misshapen face. The men leave. Time passes. The body screams until morning. What? Oh my god. Body screams until morning. Okay. I keep forgetting when I do these that I had to put my load back on again. The unusual stone pulses with warm. tribes are so spiteful of outsiders, and yet trading with us has improved their lives a great deal. Yeah, it's true. That's a high monk. Monk. The monk silently shakes his head, placing finger over her mouth. So they develop. All right. How about you?
God's keeping.
Yep. The monk massages his temples, his face buried in his palm. As you approach, he looks up. This room needs a proper door, he mutters. My brother and I rented this space that we may have some measure of privacy in this foreign land. Perhaps you could find another room here in the inn. Oh, sorry. Who are you? He briefly opens his mouth to answer. The monk swallows his words. He looks you up and down, carefully choosing his response. My brothers and I were having a private discussion in a room we rented for our use. Please, there is a tavern full of people who would provide you with the banter you seek. What brings you your order to this place? We travel where the teachings take us, the monk mutters, his voice slow and measured. Not that it is any of your business. Well, I met another monk in robes like your own. He died of his wounds right after I found him. The monk's eyes widen, his fists curl in a crackling barrage of popping joints. Robes like ours, you say? Was he carrying anything? Did he tell you anything? Hand you anything? Please, we've been waiting for another of our order to meet us here, and if you found him... Oh, that's right, that's that missive we found. All eyes fall to the floor as the monks begin to whisper, chants in unison to their fallen brother. He gave me this missive. Hand me that, the monk exclaims as he snatches the missive from your grasp. Almost immediately his face turns red. I mean, please, this is of great importance. Breaking the seals, the monk unrolls the handwritten scroll contained within and quickly reads the message, his lips breathlessly mouthing the text. He turns to address his brothers. My brethren, the Archmatra has sent word. At long last, we now have what we need. Thank you, stranger, the monk says, folding his hands in front of him as he bows deeply. Your honest soul is to be applauded. I admit I was surprised. When you handed me the message, I expected the seals to be broken. The monk turns red, his face smiling for the first time. I'm glad to see common decency is not yet lost from this world. He reaches into the folds of his robes. Here, your honesty must be rewarded. Moderate positive, okay. Cool. The sealed missive, so that's been completed. Yay. Return the message with the seals intact. Of course I was going to. I'm sure some people wouldn't. What do we got here? The unworn path. So this was who we assigned Lurga onto? I can't remember. Among the kind wayfarers, in the event that a member of the order dies of unnatural causes. Oh, okay, yeah. So the road of Red Flower Lake turned out to be even more dangerous than the elders of the kind wayfarers had expected. They believed the attack against Adram whatever's funeral procession had been carried out by ogres. Instead, Lurga and the kind wayfarer initiates discovered Etons, twisted two-headed ogres of incredible size and ferocity. Wow. Recovering the paladins' bodies was costly, with 5 more initiates dying in the process. In the end, Lurga and 7 kind wayfarers reached Red Flower Lake. There, they held a service for and the others that died to make their way to the summit. On the way back down, the initiates placed marked currents along the trail to indicate when it had been created, when it had been cleared by the kind wayfarers and at what cost. Rewards. They got 300 experience and an item. Patchwork boots grants exalted hands. Exalted hands, 1 per rest, endurance, friendly target, foe target, stunned. Okay. Cool. All right. Can we say anything more to you? Okay. It's a a good thing we came here then. This one's got a name on it too. Noble gnome, there's an ogre. Yeah, I figured it would be another soul. You see a man browsing through some goods at a stall near the edge of a busy marketplace. This elf is standing against the side of a building nearby, seeming to look off into the distance. Although she gives the appearance of calmness, even nonchalance, her eyes are locked on the man across the street from her. Her gaze never wavers, never leaves him. He finishes browsing and wanders down the street, looking from side to side. She waits for him to almost get lost in the crowd, then pushes away from the wall and follows him, always keeping him in sight, but never getting close enough to be seen. Eventually he turns down a side street, walking to an opulent residence with a private entrance. She approaches cautiously, watching him, as he unlocks a series of mystical locks on the door. When he finishes and the door swings open, she steps forward. At the sound, he turns to face her. She looks him in the eyes, and there is an almost imperceptible flash in her gaze, and suddenly he is standing rigid, his eyes glazed. She smiles, extends her hand in greeting, and looks into his house. He takes her hand like someone in a trance, blank face, never registering recognition. I can't wait to see all the good you are going to give me, she says, conversationally, and guides him into the house, glancing over her shoulder to ensure no one is watching them. Ah, so she's a thief. Okay,
I shall
Another
be
ogre.
discreet.
Welcome, behave, be merry. Okay, so let's talk to you.
Well met, friend.
Middle-aged elven man stands behind the counter of the inn. He has a warm, open face and smiles pleasantly in greeting as you approach. Welcome, welcome. I am always glad to see a new face. Take a seat where you like, my friend. It seems to me you walked a long road. All are welcome here, and those with interesting stories most welcome of all. Who are you? My name is, oh my god, no, not that. They call me Haggard Shoes for all the walking I used to do and all the boots I wore down. But those days are well behind me. My eyes have seen a great deal, and now my ears get their fill from the travelers who come through here. I am always glad to see a new face. Take a seat. Tell me about this place. Of course. His face brightens. I founded the inn many years ago, but in many ways, it still begins much earlier. It was while I was returning from a long journey south that I first heard the story of the tree upon which this inn rests. Hundreds of years ago, a strange event occurred. The sky was troubled that night, with many stars falling across the sky, and one of those same stars began to plummet instead towards Aurora. It fell here, striking a young tree and burying itself within it like a fiery heart. Oh, that's kind of cool. But the tree survived, and over the years it grew and grew and grew, twice as big as its fellows in half the time, until it reached the size you see now and grew no more. Hearing the tale, I knew I must find the truth, and you see, in there, he gestures towards the large stone at the center of the room. Around the tree's heart, I built this inn, to welcome all travelers who might look upon it. I am always glad. Okay, I'd like a room, please. Of course. Oh, 200. 2 might, 2 constitution, 2 resolve. Okay, yep. I'm only doing this because I'm in need of it myself. All right. So there's a meteorite.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
So there's a meteorite buried in here somewhere. Take a moment. I would like a word with you. Have a moment? A cool breeze whistles through the leaves. Who are you?
How do you do?
Gewitha? A slender woman in dusty leathers locks eyes with you. It's good to see someone from more civilized lands around here. Her unkept hair sprouts in wavy black tufts. Despite the fine features that sculpt her face, a cleft chin completes her boyish appearance. I'm learning firsthand that many shortcomings of Glathinian hospitality. Her gloved hands come to rest on the plume of a long estoque cinched low on her hip. I can almost forgive the hostility toward outsiders, but the temperate taverns and these watered-down drinks, inexcusable. I hope I don't seem too bored, but I need to help my friends, and you look like the right person for the job. A sly smile carves a dimple on her cheek, which is to say you're not Glenpippian, making you the closest thing I've got to an ally in this paranoid land. She gives you a coatish sideways glance. And allies, well, they help each other, do they not? And who are you? The woman pats the dust off her leggings and gives you an exaggerated curtsy. Where did I leave my ambassadorial manners? She flashes a mocking smile. I am Gaywith. Pleasure to meet you. She lifts an eyebrow with a blushing smirk. For the time being, though, I'm just another Estmore minding her own business. And what help do you need? My friends have drawn some unwanted attention. She looks to both sides, scanning for uninvited listeners. Glenpithian scouts, and not just any mob of local zealots, the Fangs. She pauses to let the name settle in the air. The Fangs are a brutal, relentless bunch, eager to make an example of troublesome outsiders. As for why I need your help, her smile widens as she speaks. I need someone to warn the expedition that trouble is coming, and I need someone ready to fight if it comes to that. She taps her hand on the plume of her S-stock, whatever it's called. With any luck, we'll reach my friends before the Fangs do, but if not, the Fangs have a reputation to uphold, so this might require spilling blood. So why aren't you with the rest of your friends? Why not warn them yourself? Her posture stiffens at the question. It was my turn to handle far patrol. I spotted the Fangs on my trek back to camp. I knew that rejoining the main group would risk leading the enemy right back to the expedition. I know the woods, and I know how to stay quiet. But I didn't want to stake my friends' life on my ability to sneak past expert hunters like the Fangs. If they noticed me warning my friends, we'd have been overrun. She tilts her head to the side and points to you with a grin. But if they notice me and some reinforcements like, say, you, well, at least then we can scare them off or put up a good fight. So what did your friends do to draw the attention of the Fangs? Just setting foot in El Glappin is a good way to offend the tribes. I don't know how they picked up our trail. I suspect one of our newer scouts didn't cover his tracks well enough. When I spotted the Fangs, they were retracing a path the expedition had taken days before. So tell me more about your expedition. I like to think we're on a mission of reclamation. She darts a shrewd smile. It is said that our armies left behind many valuables in their hasty retreat from Errol Glappin at the end of the War of Black Trees. So the way I see it, we're simply gathering up what our ancestors left behind. I doubt the Glappinthians agree with me on this, she adds with a dimpled grin. No, I'm sure they don't. My expedition set out from Defiance Bay, heading directly east to cross into Glampithian lands. I split off once we arrived at the Vale, the natural frontier between our nations. The plan was for me to keep my eyes on the Glappinians while the main group scouted the target area. For days, we eluded them. She walks her fingers over the back of her leather gloves, leaving a trail on its dusty surface. But the Fangs got wise to our presence. Your friends are trespassing by local custom. They're criminals. She frowns and blinks at you several times. You'll forgive me if I'm not sympathetic with acceptance in their barbaric laws. I'm not pretending that what we're doing is noble. I just don't believe trespassing is a crime that warrants execution. Well, it depends on your beliefs, doesn't it? Sure, I'll help you with... But if we do that, we'll be fighting against them. Yeah, I'll help you with the expedition. She smiles with an overt display of dimples. Excellent, I knew I could count on you. She leans in and whispers, assuming the Fangs didn't already get them, my friends should now be at or around the Pilgrim's Trail in the North Weald. The plan was to camp along a trail leading to a temple of Haley? Find my comrades, warn them that fangs are coming, and help them clear out the forest. Out of the forest. I'll head out first on my own to see if I can't lead the fangs astray and buy us some time. She pulls her struck a few inches out of the scab and cracks a smile. If the gods smile on us, we won't have to draw still. Should it come to that, I'm glad you're on our side. At the mercy of the tribes. Okay. Am I at the end of this over here? No, there's still another place I can get to. I thought there was. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's over an hour. It's so easy to get lost. So I'm going to go ahead and close this down, and when we come back, we will be finished going through the inn, and then we'll be going to the long row house where we have to get permission. I'm sure they're going to put us on a quest so we can earn permission to go into the other lands. But anyway, if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.